that's depleted food source, and we have extremely poor dietary habits. We must use tools this sharp. We must individualize. We must use a good lab test, not a cellular test. I believe you have to do the intracellular test. We must respect you can't do one vitamin or one note therapies. They will not work. And you must use therapeutic levels of nutrients if you want to see an effect. That's the four. This is what I want to see in the future. Reports like this one. More than half the world's population gets insufficient vitamin D, says biochemist. And the dose of vitamin D should be increased to 2,000 to 4,000 units, which is 10 times the recommended amount. So I'm not just for mega dosing, I'm for individual dosing. The science behind it. Thank you very much. Any questions on this test?
Thank you, Dr. Frye. I very appreciate your presentation. And this is really a period of some misunderstanding between scientists, because they make a lot of meta-analysis and say the vitamins individual are not efficient or are even harmful. And I like your switch to another testing about the storage of vitamins and minerals in blood cells, because it is now made, they are trying to make so-called evidence-based nutrition, because evidence-based medicine, it is from pharma, but from pharma just it holds on to plasma level. That is incorrect, as you have pointed out. So do you think really that with such a techniques for the future, the evidence, some kind of evidence-based nutrition will be ever possible?
I do think so. I think that's the whole point, which you grasp is right. I think it's an epidemic when you look at meta-analysis. It's disastrous. And we have a tool like this. We're looking hard into research now in HIV. We're looking at all disease systems, people bariatric surgery. We can have a tool we can start looking with great authority, and maybe we can make a difference.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your very nice presentation. I think this was very idealistic and I loved it. And my question, actually I have two. One of them is, how much does the test cost? And the other one is, are you trying to compare the individual against himself or herself for longer than 1.5 years? Are you seeing the progress? And the third thing, sorry, I promised two, but I will have the third one. You were very nicely for me saying that the blood levels are just telling about the channels. The tissue levels are what is important. But in your questionnaire, do you ask about the diet habits and do you ask about the psychological stresses too? I missed that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Those are great questions. The test is expensive. The test, if you use insurance in America, runs at $1,700. We do a cash-based business. Since we have a large volume, our charge is $390. That has been one of the limiting factors. Of course, a lot of people don't want to put out that much money, but boy, we can show them results like nobody's business, because when they're going to the GNCs and vitamin shops, they're spending over $150 a month, and they're just guessing. So it is a hindrance, but it's around anywhere from $390 to $1,700 depending on the insurance. Are we running the test longer? Yes. We've only had enough data to go to 3 iterations. 18 months, but we're going to look as long as we can go. And it gets better and better as we go. So it's very exciting. And the third part, the questions as far as environment and what you said, race or
tissue or serum.
Feeding habits, yes, of course. We have a whole, I only showed you just a few, we have 60 questions, and vegetarianism, all those type of things, or high-fat diet, exercise, all those are taken into account. So, thank you.
Do you perform your test in serum or lymphocytes?
I'm sorry?
You test in serum or?
Lymphocytes. Lymphocytes, right. When we send that test to Texas, they throw the serum in the trash, and the red cells go in the trash, and they leave the white lymphocytes.
Thank you. I am impressed. I put 2 years ago the word Nutrostat because I was so impressed with the data that came lymph is almost the same unless you have some limits. So that's why your suggestion about the start point is such important, and following each 6 months. As a biochemist, I know the 6 months when you can bounce back into another, change the whole biochemistry. Again, it is all the nutrients that work together, it's not only one. So, and concentration. You make all this that I am going to talk about it on radio. And I am impressed that you are from America. Open the mouth from America and the whole lab and institute. Bravo.
Thank you very much. That's very kind.
Okay, last question.
I like the presentation very, very much. And I have a feeling that the whole vitamin issue is comparable to the drinking water issue. People just are buying the vitamins and they eat them. And people just carrying the very, very heavy bottles of drinking water, and they do not know whether it is better as the tap water, yes or no. So everything is based on belief. It's very, very important what you highlighted.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So people are guessing, but if you look at it, it's even more serious than that. If you think about it, we've established maximum tolerated doses of almost every nutrient, and you can look them up. But how could you establish a maximum tolerated level if you generalize people? If I gave the same amount to a person that had already in excess, they're not going to be able to tolerate as much. Somebody who's completely deficient, they could tolerate a lot. So I think we need to go back and relook at everything, not only just how people are doing, but our recommendations. So you're right. No more guessing. We don't have to. Thank you very much.